Patty Christensen, hand CRPS lady. I guess it's a good thing I've gone to the natural color, which is still shocking when I look back at just a few months ago. But I'm pretty sure I've entered the get off my lawn cranky old people phase. I don't know. Let me tell you. Um, First of all, I am Gen X. We were no strangers to mischief. I'm pretty sure we invented mischief. But when we got caught, you know what? We took our licks. We knew it was deserved. And we were then terrified of what was going to happen when we got home because we knew there was going to be some action going down, right? So anyway, I was out at the Yuba Lake State Park, and it's Sunday. Now, the thing about Utah is the predominant religion here does not believe in going on water on Sunday. I don't know, whatever, but as a general rule, lakes are a ghost town on Sundays, just us heathens. And so I was so excited. It was glass. It was lovely. I'm just having a blast. And I went over to around the boat dock into that little quiet area, and I was loving it. And then the wind picked up. And I got to leave the same day anyway, so I'm not going to be out there past, 11:30 noon. Anyway, the wind, just a smidge. But the day before, once that smidge started and I started heading back, I barely made it, just that little bit. So I was like, I'm not messing around. So I'm heading back. And as I'm heading back, there's a man, they called him Grandpa, so I'm going to call him Grandpa throughout this story, and his son, who had basically beached two boats, kind of the smaller open bow speedboat, for lack of a better term, but not really, but you know what I mean. And then continue on, and there's my wheel thing. Now remember, this wheel thing that helps me do what I do, it's what lets this handicapped woman do what she can. It is very vitally important to me. Keep a close eye on it, all that kind of good stuff, because without it, I can't get this big thing back up. And so, as I'm coming around and I'm, we're all polite. So I'm talking to them a little and said, whew, couldn't see my thing for a little bit there. Here's my worries, whatever. And they said, yeah, no, we saw it right here. And they were piling all of Grandpa's stuff onto Son's boat so they could go out and have a little fun with the kids. And being polite, respectful people, they're going to the far side of the lake, which is really better for that kind of thing. And so they leave. And I'm sitting there going, well, I don't have that much time left. I'm going to kind of stay close to home. And right then I see these two children, 10, 12 years old, the younger one a girl, the older one a boy, come out. There is no one else on the beach, no adult anywhere in view, none. These are completely unsupervised children. And they come up to Grandpa's stuff. And I'm like, oh gosh, are these somehow relatives of Grandpa? He doesn't strike me as the type who would like people messing with his stuff, but in this day and age, you just kind of watch, right? So I sit back and watch, and they rifle through all of his stuff on the beach. Then they're literally trying to undo his tether anchor, I guess I'll call it, when you're stuck into the beach. And luckily they can't. I mean, that thing's in there good for obvious reasons. Then they crawl into this man's boat, and I can hear the girl, I'm out in the water, but I can hear the girl trying to find the keys to start it. And I was like, all right, I got to stay close because I got a feeling cops are going to get involved, whatever. But, I don't know. I know nothing. There's no adult for me to talk to. What's going on here? So, I'm trying not to get too involved, and I'm trying to not let them wheeze on my groove because, I'm winding down. It's lovely. Everything's wonderful. Well, apparently they get tired of tearing up Grandpa's stuff, and they come over to my wheel thing. Now, there's no way they thought this had anything to do with the boat. They're just basically going down the beach screwing with stuff.